And a very good morning, everybody, all our loyal subscribers, fans. Hello to everybody. Thank you very much indeed for subscribing to our videos and watching and commenting and helping us with all our inquiries and everything that you do out there, guys. We really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's lovely to have such a support base. Anyway, the niceties are out of the way. Now let's get on with today's. I'm just going to head out and see what I can find today. So do enjoy the spiz and join me as I go on a road trip up north to the Glens. Folks, well, my first stop here is on this road to Glams, where behind me we have horrific scenes of forestation. Look at that, they've cut back all that wood, trees that used to be complete forests all the way along here, all the way right up here. They've cut it all back. What for, I do not know, but it definitely changes the landscape and the features here of this road going up towards Glams. Dear oh dear. Last time I was here this was all trees, man, but look at it now. Anyway, that's progress for you, I suppose. To stop, folks. I've hit a pheasant, honestly. Make sure there's no damage to my car. It's the first concern. Well, hang on, let's have a look, see what well, the only damage I can really see here is on the lights. Just a feather. The feather's just left on it. I must have whacked it just around about here. Can't see any other damage on there, but the poor pheasant is no more. Dear oh dear. One of the many hazards of driving on the roads of Scotland, especially the quiet ones, and it is pheasant season, of course, so they're all over the place. Bro and I saw literally hundreds yesterday just wandering around the roads. Why they aren't in their fields, I do not know. They just seem to like the roads for some reason. They come right out here. So that's the first one of the season I've hit. No doubt there will be a few more, but the main concern is they don't damage the car, which this one hasn't, thankfully. Anyway, onward with our quick stop here, folks, at the gatehouse of Glams Castle. This one's on the well, there's more pheasants. This one's on the west side, Now, there's a couple of interesting features. They've got these naked figures on the wall, but if you have a closer look at them, you can see that the willies have been hacked off for some reason, possibly because the Queen Mother was offended by them. I'll give you a closer look at that. I can't really see that properly, but he has no tackle. Or better, I don't. He's got no tackle either, but what it's used for. So there are a couple of lions. There's one on that side, and there's one on that side just as you go in. And these gold crosses. So there you go, that's the gatehouse. The men with no willies. Another quick stop here, as behind me we have the old Cooperangus to Forfar railway right down behind me there. I'm on top of the bridge that spans the gap here, just on the road. But as you can see me, that is the dismantled railway that runs all the way to Forfar, and that way there is over to Cooper Angus. So there you go. It's actually still see sort of where the tracks would have been and everything. There we go. Yeah, I'll tell you what, folks, I think it's time to invest in a pair of gloves. It's freezing today, really cold. Folks, I've stopped here to come and look at this mausoleum that I've always seen from the side of the road. Now, I've been up here once before, long time ago, but you have to kind of go through this yard to get to it, so hopefully I'll be able to sneak through. Here we go. I'm a sneaking, folks. I'm a sneaking through. I don't know what this building yard is. All dogs have started to bark already. Oh dear, oh dear. Right. Should be there soon, live with SpizCam as we head towards this, what I think is a mausoleum. You can see it from the road, but it seems to be quite hard to get to, but I have arrived. Excellent. There is a sign that says, please treat this property with respect, as it is the family mausoleum of the Kinlocks of Kilry and Logie. Alright, there we go. Need to investigate more of that when I get home. Excellent. There's a big moat to try and protect it, I suppose, but a lot of stuff lying around beside it. But you can just get into it there. The back of the mausoleum here. And it's like somebody's just using it as a junkyard. Look, there's all sorts of trampolines and washing lines and swings, bits of trucks and things around the back. What about all this respect for property, eh? They just dumped all this stuff here. Look at this. And there's a goalpost sitting over there. Look at that. Honestly. I mean, there used to be kind of like a drawbridge thing here maybe, or a bridge just to get across, because there's the remains of something there. Oops, stood in a hole. And then that would take you into the mausoleum itself. Yeah, that was the mausoleum to the Kinlochs of Kilree and Logie. Yeah, so I need to investigate them later on. So, well, it is a strange place, I suppose, but it only deserves what? A 2 out of 10. I saw it just from the side of the road, just a quick ramble up the side of the bank there, and I'm here. Not much to see, can't get into it, and it is a junkyard behind it, but, you know, nice little find. Thank you. Just walking back now, and I've been spotted by a man. He's looking at me, but I'll just give him a wee wave. See if you all know the dogs are howling again. So anyway, onward we go to the next stop. Okay folks, now what's actually happened here is that I've abandoned my trip to Cortachy because it's very cold, and also I haven't spent much time with Rosie over the last couple of days. And she told me to be back early because she wanted to go out shopping, so I thought I'll just cut my trip short, and I've remembered another tower, that's here, Ballinshoe Tower, so I've cut off the main road and I'm just sort of heading back home now, but there is a tower around about here somewhere, so I'm going to go look for this Ballinshoe Tower. There's an orchard beside it as well. I'm looking over to the glens now. They are calling to me. Unfortunately, I will not be going there today. You know, sometimes you just have to cut these things short, folks, and just, you know, as I said, I've not spent much time with the wife over the last couple of days. She thinks I'm married to Bro now instead. So I'll just look at the glens and go looking for this Ballinshoe Tower anyway. Right, live with Spizcam. Here it is, folks, Ballinshoe Tower. Now, I think this would have been about 3 stories high, perhaps, looking at the ruin here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get inside it, though. It says danger. And there's the orchard just down beside it. So let's see if we can maybe get inside here. The back of this tower. Some fantastic brickwork here. There's one of the windows at the back. Nature cam here. Look at this beautiful snail. It doesn't have a shell, or is it a slug actually? I think it's a slug. Look at the colours on that, man. Wow. Stripes and spots. Fantastic looking thing, look at it. Very unusual. Need to check out what that is. Awesome. Love it. And there's the orchard. Right folks, well look, I don't think I'm going to bother going in there because it's just going to be totally manky, and it'll just be full of prickles and all sorts of nettles and horrible things that sting you and bite you and do all sorts of things. So, and it's very wet and damp, so I'm not going to go in because, you know, it's just going to be similar to what we've seen before inside all these things. So do excuse my not going in this. Anyway, as you can see, I think this is from the, I don't know, 11th, 12th, 13th century kind of thing, Ballinshoe. I haven't done any research on it because it wasn't going to come here, but I'll definitely have a look when I get home. But as you can see, the brickwork is fantastic, and it is just maybe, what, 3 stories high? Anyway, nice little stop here. I like that slug. That was the best thing I found so far today. Over the fence to the other side, and there's a nice little tower feature there, just on the corner. There you go. Looks like it's made out of sandstone, actually. There's the wall where the slug was on. That's why I just stood and took that little video there about me not going in. So there you go. A nice little tower. Actually sure what they are. Apple trees, perhaps. Okay folks, so there we go. That's Ballinshoe Tower behind me. The orchard is actually quite extensive. There's a wall that goes all the way around there. So it must have been quite a big orchard in its time here. So whoever owned this must have grown apples and pears and all sorts of things like that to make their booze. So balance shoe tower, well, what's it worth on this speedometer, folks? Well, let's have a look and see what's in the hat today, shall we? Oh dear, it's only a 2. It's only a 2 as well, I'm afraid. Sorry. There it goes. Yep, just a 2. It's here. Didn't do any research. In a pretty bad condition. Couldn't get inside it. So there you go. So anyway, I think that probably brings an end to my day out. As I said, well, my morning out. I'm just going to go home now and make love to the wife. Fall upon the stone of destiny, folks. Everywhere we go, we seem to find these pseudo destiny stone things. Excellent. Now, if I had to call this slug something, I would call it the leopard. The leopard slug, because of its spots there, but I don't know. Now, we're sorry to be focusing more on the slug than the actual tower, but it's fascinating. You can always skip this bit if you're not into it. Right, anyway, so there we go. That was balance shoe. Now, isn't it just so typical? As soon as I turn around and decide to come home, the sun comes out, the clouds have cleared the sky, and honestly, I'm heading back home now, and it's going to actually be a lovely afternoon, and I'm going to be spending it in the shops. This is just criminal, man. Why does it always happen to us? All the time. Anyway, the autumn colours have been fantastic today, I must admit. Just a pity I couldn't get to see any more of them. Anyway, enough of that. Thank you.